Most owners believe affection is the ultimate way to show love. The problem? Your dog craves much more, and you might be missing the signs every day. Relying only on cuddles leaves gaps in their happiness, leading to stress and boredom you don't notice. But there's a fix. I'll show you 20 simple things that matter more to your dog than petting. When you start doing them, your dog's world changes, and so does yours. Number 20. Sniff walks and scent exploration. Have you ever wondered why your dog suddenly plants their feet and refuses to budge when they catch an interesting smell during your walk? This behavior reveals something incredible about how dogs actually experience their world. Dogs navigate life primarily through their noses, equipped with scent receptors that are 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. When we rush them past that fascinating fire hydrant or drag them away from that patch of grass, we're essentially blindfolding them and cutting off their main source of information about their environment. Think of sniffing as your dog's version of reading the newspaper or scrolling through social media. Every scent tells a story about which animals passed by, what happened in that spot, and who lives in the area. This mental processing provides the same type of brain engagement that solving complex puzzles gives humans. Studies show that dogs who get adequate sniffing time during walks display significantly less anxiety and fewer behavioral problems compared to dogs who only receive comfort petting when stressed. A single 10-minute session of unrestricted sniffing can mentally exhaust your dog more completely than an entire hour of cuddles. Number 19. Fetch and tug-of-war play. Here's something that puzzles many dog owners. Why does your dog keep bringing that slobbery tennis ball back to you even when they're panting heavily and clearly exhausted? The answer lies deep in their DNA. Interactive games tap into chase and grab instincts that passive affection does not engage. When your dog chases a ball or grabs onto a rope toy, their neurological reward system floods with chemicals that create an addictive satisfaction far beyond what passive affection provides. Tug-of-war serves an especially important purpose by allowing dogs to engage in controlled conflict with their owners. This builds confidence and trust as they learn they can compete without damaging the relationship. The physical resistance and back-and-forth struggle satisfies deep instinctual needs that cuddling simply cannot address. Intense, interactive play can boost feel-good neurochemicals and engagement, often more than passive affection. Dogs who participate in regular fetch and tug games demonstrate measurably stronger emotional bonds with their owners compared to those who receive only physical affection, proving that active engagement trumps passive comfort every time. Number 18. Chewing toys and safe bones. Have you ever walked into your living room to find your dog happily destroying your favorite couch cushion while completely ignoring your outstretched hand offering pets and attention? This puzzling behavior reveals something important about canine psychology. Chewing triggers the release of natural calming chemicals in your dog's brain, functioning as their personal stress relief system. Unlike human affection, which provides external comfort, chewing generates internal biochemical changes that genuinely reduce anxiety and tension. The physical act of chewing provides jaw muscle satisfaction and dental health benefits that no amount of petting can replicate. Dogs experience genuine relief when working their jaw muscles through repetitive chewing motions, similar to how we might feel after a good workout. Appropriate chew toys prevent destructive behaviors far more effectively than showering your dog with increased affection when they misbehave. During extended chewing sessions, dogs enter a meditative state that resembles human relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation. Their focus narrows, their breathing steadies, and stress hormones decrease naturally. Providing proper chew toys often eliminates attention-seeking destruction because it addresses the underlying need rather than just the surface behavior. Number 17. Outdoor running and adventure. Why do indoor dogs pace restlessly around the house even after receiving hours of love and attention from their families? The answer lies in understanding how physical movement creates completely different brain chemistry than stationary affection. When dogs run, sprint, or explore outdoor environments, their bodies release endorphins and other neurochemicals that generate what scientists call an exercise high. Outdoor adventures bombard dogs with sensory experiences that indoor comfort simply cannot replicate. The combination of new sights, sounds, textures under their paws, and fresh air stimulates multiple brain regions simultaneously. Dogs who return home exhausted from physical exercise display genuine relaxation and peaceful sleep patterns that dogs receiving only emotional attention rarely achieve. Breed-appropriate exercise prevents behavioral problems that no amount of increased love can fix. High-energy breeds like Border Collies develop destructive habits, excessive barking, and anxiety when their physical needs go unmet. Even small dogs require regular bursts of intense activity to maintain mental balance and emotional stability. Number 16. Social time with dogs and people. Have you ever noticed how your dog practically vibrates with excitement when they spot another dog across the street, sometimes showing more enthusiasm than when you come home from work? This reaction reveals something fundamental about canine psychology. Dogs evolved as pack animals with complex social needs that human affection alone cannot satisfy, no matter how much love we shower on them. Dog-to-dog interactions involve intricate communication patterns and play behaviors that simply cannot happen between humans and dogs. The wrestling, chase games, and subtle body language exchanges fulfill deep social instincts that petting from humans never addresses. Well-socialized dogs consistently display better overall behavior and significantly lower anxiety levels compared to dogs who receive only human attention and comfort. Successful social interactions with both familiar dogs and new people provide confidence boosts that transform shy or nervous dogs into more balanced animals. Each positive encounter builds their social skills and emotional resilience. Regular socialization actually reduces separation anxiety more effectively than increased owner affection because it teaches dogs that the world contains many sources of positive interaction beyond their primary human bond. Number 15. Healthy special treats. Picture this scene. You're sitting on the couch with your hand extended, ready to give your dog some loving pets, but they completely ignore you because they heard the treat jar rattle in the kitchen. This behavior reveals something crucial about how dogs prioritize rewards. Food rewards activate powerful learning and motivation systems, often outcompeting petting in training contexts. Food-based rewards forge stronger memory associations than petting because they engage survival instincts that evolved over thousands of years. When you time treats strategically to celebrate calm behavior or good choices, you communicate love and approval more clearly than any amount of physical affection ever could. Your dog learns to associate your presence with positive outcomes rather than just comfort. The anticipation dogs show when they know treats are coming creates genuine excitement and daily joy that transforms their entire mood. Watch how your dog's energy changes when you reach for their special rewards. This enthusiasm rarely appears during regular petting sessions. High-value treats used sparingly actually strengthen your emotional bond more effectively than constant physical affection because they create memorable moments your dog actively seeks to repeat. Number 14. Cozy, safe sleeping spot. Here's something that confuses many dog owners. Why does your dog often choose to sleep alone in their bed rather than cuddling with you on the couch, even when you're offering pets and affection? This behavior reveals how security needs operate differently from affection needs in canine psychology. Dogs require uninterrupted rest to process their day and recharge their mental batteries, and this recovery affects their overall happiness more than social interaction during sleep time. Dogs select sleeping locations based on ancient safety instincts rather than their desire to be near loved ones. They evaluate factors like escape routes, visibility of entrances, and protection from disturbances when choosing where to rest. Having a designated safe space that belongs exclusively to them provides significant stress reduction that shared sleeping areas cannot offer. When you respect your dog's sleeping preferences instead of trying to coax them into physical closeness during rest time, you build trust more effectively than forcing cuddles. Your dog learns that you understand their needs and will protect their vulnerable moments. This respect creates deeper emotional security than any amount of bedtime petting ever could. Number 13. Walks to new places. Why does your dog suddenly pull toward an unfamiliar street even when their favorite person is calling them from behind? This behavior demonstrates how novelty and exploration activate reward centers in their brains more powerfully than familiar comfort from their beloved owners. When dogs encounter new environments, their brains light up with excitement that no amount of routine affection can match. New locations create sensory overload that provides intense mental stimulation beyond what physical affection offers. Every unfamiliar scent, sound, and visual element demands their attention and processing power. Their minds work overtime cataloging information about different dogs who marked territory, new people who passed by, and unusual objects they have never encountered before. Environmental enrichment affects canine behavior and overall mood more dramatically than increased attention at home. Dogs who regularly explore different neighborhoods display improved confidence, reduced anxiety, and better social skills. Successfully navigating unknown territories builds self-assurance as they learn to handle unpredictable situations and overcome small challenges independently. Rotating your walking routes consistently improves your dog's overall happiness and mental health more effectively than extending cuddle time on the same familiar path. Number 12. Hide-and-seek and nosework games. Have you ever called your dog's name during a scent game only to watch them completely ignore you, even though they usually come running when you speak? This intense focus reveals how puzzle solving activates specific problem-solving areas of their brain that physical petting cannot reach. When dogs search for hidden treats or toys, Their minds engage in complex analytical thinking that creates genuine mental satisfaction. The triumph dogs experience from successfully finding hidden rewards generates deeper fulfillment than receiving passive affection. Each discovery triggers their reward system with accomplishment-based satisfaction that differs completely from comfort-based pleasure. Nosework games tap directly into ancient hunting instincts that create primal contentment no amount of cuddling can replicate. Successfully completing scent challenges builds measurable confidence as dogs learn to trust their abilities and problem-solving skills. Each victory teaches them they can overcome obstacles and achieve goals through their own effort. Mental exhaustion from brain games produces more complete contentment than physical tiredness from regular play, because it satisfies their intellectual needs alongside their physical ones. Number 11. Brushing and gentle grooming. Here's something that surprises many dog owners. Your dog might actually prefer a good brushing session over belly rubs and cuddles. This preference makes perfect sense when you understand how brushing mimics natural pack grooming behaviors that regular petting simply cannot replicate. In wild dog packs, members groom each other to maintain social bonds and show care through practical assistance. Brushing provides genuine physical relief that your hands alone cannot deliver. Proper coat maintenance removes dead hair, distributes natural oils, and stimulates skin circulation in ways that create measurable comfort. Dogs with thick or long coats especially benefit from the deep muscle relaxation that comes from thorough brushing sessions. Regular grooming routines create anticipation and bonding rituals that go beyond simple affection. Many dogs learn to associate brush time with special one-on-one attention and begin seeking out these sessions. The repetitive rhythmic motions create a meditative quality for both you and your dog, reducing stress levels and promoting calm focus. Grooming addresses physical comfort needs while simultaneously strengthening emotional bonds through dedicated care time. And now, before we move on, just know that if you visit happydogsplace.com/gift, you can download a free guide packed with tips to make your dog's life even happier. It's full of fun ideas, helpful strategies, and all the basics every pup needs to thrive. You'll find the link in the description. Number 10. Leave your scent. Old shirt comfort. Why does your dog raid your laundry basket and curl up with your dirty clothes even when you're sitting right there offering cuddles and affection? This behavior reveals how scent provides comfort and security that physical presence cannot always deliver. Your worn clothing carries concentrated amounts of your personal scent that create powerful emotional responses in your dog's brain. Dogs process familiar human scents through specialized neurological pathways that trigger different reactions than direct physical contact. When they smell your shirt, their brains release calming chemicals that reduce stress hormones more effectively than petting sessions. This scent-based comfort proves especially valuable for separation anxiety because it provides continuous reassurance when you cannot be physically present. Your dog uses your scent to maintain emotional connection during alone time, essentially carrying a piece of you with them throughout the day. The smell becomes a security blanket that offers steady comfort without requiring your active participation. Leaving a worn shirt or pillowcase in your dog's resting area can be soothing when you are away. Number 9. Soft eye contact moments. Think about that magical instant when you and your dog lock eyes across the room and both of you feel an immediate, wordless connection that seems to stop time. This gentle gaze creates something remarkable in both your brains. When dogs and humans share loving eye contact, both species release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that connects parents with their children. This chemical reaction forges genuine emotional bonds without requiring any physical touch whatsoever. The key difference lies between loving eye contact and threatening stares. Dogs interpret direct, intense staring as aggressive behavior, but soft, relaxed gazing communicates safety and affection. When you look at your dog with gentle, half-closed eyes and a relaxed face, you signal complete trust and contentment. Mutual gazing produces measurable calming effects for both you and your dog. Stress hormones decrease while feel-good chemicals increase during these quiet moments of connection. Your dog learns that your gaze means safety rather than danger. These meaningful eye contact sessions often create deeper emotional bonds than extended petting because they engage the same neurological pathways that wild dogs use for pack bonding and social communication. Number 8. Base of tail scratches. Have you ever wondered why your dog goes absolutely wild when you scratch that specific spot at the base of their tail, wiggling and leaning into your hand like they just discovered paradise? This intense reaction happens because this area contains an incredibly dense concentration of nerve endings that create powerful sensations when stimulated properly. The base of the tail connects to major nerve pathways that send pleasure signals throughout their entire body. This spot presents a genuine challenge for dogs to reach themselves. While they can scratch their necks, bellies, and sides, the base of their tail remains frustratingly out of reach, no matter how they twist and turn. Your assistance provides genuine relief they cannot achieve alone, making this help genuinely valuable rather than just nice to have. Watch your dog's immediate physical response when you find the right spot. Their back leg might start kicking, their eyes might close in bliss, or they might lean so hard into your hand they nearly fall over. This targeted touch addresses a real physical need for relief rather than just providing emotional comfort, which explains why many dogs prefer this specific type of touch over general petting sessions. Number 7. Consistent daily routine. Why do some dogs seem genuinely happier following the same schedule every day, rather than receiving random bursts of spontaneous affection throughout the week? This preference reveals how routine provides deep psychological security that unpredictable attention simply cannot offer. Dogs thrive on knowing what comes next because predictability reduces the mental energy they spend worrying about unknown situations. Watch how your dog begins preparing for expected events before they happen. Many dogs start getting excited for dinner an hour before mealtime or position themselves by the door when walk time approaches. This anticipation creates genuine daily excitement as they look forward to familiar activities they can count on happening. Consistent schedules reduce anxiety far more effectively than increased comforting when dogs feel stressed. A dog who knows exactly when meals, walks, and playtime occur experiences significantly less worry than one whose day changes constantly. Understanding their world and knowing what comes next builds confidence that allows their natural personality to flourish. Predictability in daily life creates a stable foundation of happiness that sporadic affection cannot replace because it addresses their fundamental need for security. Number 6. Your real mood and calm energy. Have you ever tried to act cheerful around your dog when you were actually stressed or upset, only to watch them pace anxiously around the house despite your forced smile and enthusiastic voice? Dogs possess an incredible ability to detect your genuine emotional state no matter how hard you try to hide it behind fake enthusiasm or excessive petting. This happens because of emotional contagion, a phenomenon where dogs automatically mirror their owner's true feelings rather than their performed emotions. Your dog reads subtle changes in your posture, breathing patterns, and energy levels that reveal your actual mood. Authentic calm energy affects dogs far more powerfully than forced cheerfulness because they respond to what you genuinely feel, not what you pretend to feel. Dogs react completely differently to genuine versus performed emotions from their owners. When you are truly at peace, your dog naturally relaxes and settles down, regardless of whether you are actively petting them or paying attention to them. Working on your own emotional regulation and stress management actually benefits your dog's well-being more than increasing physical affection when you feel anxious or overwhelmed. Number 5. Gentle praise and being seen. Picture that moment when your dog sits politely at the front door instead of jumping, then turns to look at you with hopeful eyes, clearly seeking your approval for making the right choice. This powerful instant reveals something important about canine psychology. Recognition and acknowledgement fulfill deep social needs that physical touch simply cannot address. Your dog craves confirmation that they are valued and understood as an individual. Verbal praise and positive attention create measurable confidence boosts that transform how dogs approach future situations. When you notice their good choices and respond with quiet good dog or gentle acknowledgement, you strengthen their sense of self-worth far more effectively than passive petting sessions. Being truly seen and appreciated affects dog behavior more dramatically than random physical affection because it validates their efforts and intelligence. Dogs actively seek approval from their owners, watching faces and body language for signs of satisfaction. Providing this recognition teaches them that their actions matter and their presence brings joy. Noticing and praising good behavior creates deeper satisfaction than physical comfort alone because it addresses their fundamental need to belong and contribute meaningfully to the pack relationship. Number 4. Phone-free, present playtime. Have you ever thrown a ball for your dog while scrolling through your phone, only to notice they seem less excited than usual even though you're technically playing together? Dogs possess an incredible ability to detect when their owners are genuinely focused versus when they're just going through the motions. Your dog can sense the difference between distracted attention and authentic engagement through subtle changes in your body language, reaction time, and energy levels. From a dog's perspective, quality interaction matters far more than quantity of time spent together. They would rather have 10 minutes of your complete, undivided focus than 2 hours of half-hearted play while you check messages or watch television. When you put away all devices and give your full presence during play sessions, dogs respond with increased enthusiasm, better attention, and stronger emotional connection. Completely focused interaction creates deeper bonds than extended but distracted sessions because dogs thrive on genuine connection. 10 minutes of authentic, present engagement where you respond immediately to their play signals and match their energy outweighs hours of distracted time together. Number 3. Meaningful attention check-ins. Have you ever been busy with household tasks when you suddenly notice your dog sitting quietly nearby, just looking at you with calm, patient eyes? These gentle moments represent something profound about how dogs communicate their need for connection. Dogs frequently initiate these quiet bonding opportunities by simply positioning themselves where they can see you and waiting for acknowledgement. How you respond to these subtle requests matters far more than when you decide to initiate physical contact yourself. Dogs communicate through brief but meaningful exchanges that require no words or touches. A simple glance back, a soft smile, or quiet verbal acknowledgement tells your dog that you see them and value their presence. Acknowledging these check-ins builds trust and strengthens your relationship because it shows you understand their communication style. Dogs feel genuinely validated when their subtle requests for connection receive appropriate responses. They learn that their attempts to connect matter and that you are emotionally available when they need reassurance. Being available for dog-initiated connection creates significantly deeper bonds than owner-initiated petting because it respects their autonomy and proves you pay attention to their individual needs. Number 2, sleeping near you at night. Why does your dog choose to curl up on the floor beside your bed rather than accepting bedtime pets and cuddles on the mattress? This behavior reveals how proximity provides security and bonding without the overstimulation that physical touch can create during rest time. When dogs position themselves near their sleeping owners, they satisfy their pack instincts while maintaining the calm energy necessary for quality sleep. Choosing to sleep near humans demonstrates profound trust and vulnerability. Dogs enter their most defenseless state during sleep, and selecting a location close to you shows they consider you their protector and pack leader. This decision requires deeper trust than accepting daytime affection, because they are completely helpless and dependent on your watchfulness. Shared sleeping space creates pack bonding that differs completely from daytime interactions. The quiet presence and synchronized breathing patterns forge connections that active petting cannot replicate. Simply being close during their most vulnerable hours provides comfort that transcends physical touch. Allowing dogs to sleep nearby demonstrates respect for their security needs and creates stronger emotional connections than forcing bedtime cuddles that might actually disrupt their natural rest patterns. Number 1, your gentle voice and name cues. Watch what happens when you softly call your dog's name from across the room. Their ears perk up instantly, their head turns toward you, and their entire body language shifts to focused attention. This immediate response reveals something remarkable about how dogs process human vocal communication. Dogs distinguish between different vocal tones with incredible precision, responding to genuine warmth and affection in your voice more powerfully than they respond to physical touch. When you speak to your dog in gentle, loving tones, their brains activate specific neurological pathways that create emotional responses different from those triggered by petting. The sound waves of your voice carry emotional information that dogs decode automatically, creating comfort and connection that physical contact cannot replicate. Verbal communication works across distances when physical touch becomes impossible. Your loving voice reaches your dog whether they are across the room or in another part of the house, providing reassurance and joy that bridges physical separation. A calm "good job" or their name spoken with genuine affection can light up their entire demeanor, proving that sometimes the most powerful connection happens through sound rather than touch. Alright, now that we've covered these 20 things your dog loves more than getting pets, I want you to keep learning about your furry friend. That's why I recommend you watch this other video, popping up on screen. In it, I explain the 60 strangest behaviors of dogs. Believe me, many of them will catch your attention. Tap the image to open the video and learn about each one.